Okay, I thought I would just pop in and hopefully this is going live. I'm just going to check with my other stuff and see if it's there. I don't see it. I'm going to go in under my other account. What I want to do here is I want to test the mic. Test the mics. I've got a few mics that I want to test out. And there we go. See it? I can see it there on my other channel. So I'm just going to talk a little bit. I'm getting ready to hit the road tomorrow. And so I thought, well, let's test out doing a live, because if I can get the live working and we've got great internet connectivity, perhaps Lorraine and I can do a live while we're on the road. So I'm just going to swap it out now. So you're just going to hear a bit of noise as I do this. I'm going to disconnect. Okay, so now we're going to test out this one. I find this one has worked better for me in the past, but now we're going to see how it's working on a live chat. This is my first time using this, so I'm going to see how this goes. And I can see from my other channel, RV Dreams, but I'm not seeing my chat here on the screen. So hang on there, Rob. Hey, Kev. Can you hear me? Here we go. I found the chat box now. Gotta learn this. Okay, so if you just popped in, I'm just doing this to test it on my own, do my live. I am using the Restream product, and I wanted to test out a couple of my mics. So I'm going to switch to the third one now. So hang on. And I got to allow. All right. Okay, how's that one? Does that one work okay? Oh, hello, Willie. How's it going? Where are you now? So anyways, I've been busy today, packing and packing and packing in that poor little van. I got to go get my carrier tomorrow morning out of storage and clean out the van a little bit so I can breathe in there. This is actually not bad. I can see the comments pretty good because I'm on my laptop. Can you still hear me on this mic? Rob, it works. So I'm going to test some stuff. Holy smokes, you're in Winnipeg? Nothing like just booting it across the country. Yeah, long drive through Ontario. Perfect. Okay. So at least then I know when I go leave tomorrow, I've got some stuff. I'm not going to take everything with me, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that when Lorraine and I are camping, we have a spot or two that we have good internet connectivity, and then we can just do a live from our campsite. Okay. Now, apparently, if you guys are game, maybe Rob or Willie, apparently I can invite somebody up onto my screen. I think I got it. I'm actually going into BC, Willie. I'm going to meet up with Lorraine in just outside of Merritt, BC. And then we'll head up north in BC because the Big Blue is, she wants to be very gentle with it as she comes through the mountains. So she's not going to go through, the higher peaks and whatnot. So we're actually going to head up to Prince George and then kind of meander back and forth and into Alberta from there. Yes, Lorraine has left the island. She's in Hope tonight. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but that's where she is. And we'll meet just outside. I'm stopping tomorrow around Golden. And just because I want to take my time getting there, and then I'll meet up with her on Thursday. So I'm really looking forward to getting back on the road and getting out camping again. Now, apparently I can invite guests here, but I wonder if I can do it. I don't know if she's having any more issues. The mechanic just said kind of take it easy. She did get some things fixed. I mean, I think Big Blue's like, is it a 94? So yeah, I really like that van of hers. All right. I'm seeing if I can put that out there. Okay. So Robert, Willie, because Kev, you can too. Can you click on there and see if that comes up on my screen up here? Maybe not. Maybe not. Yes, I think that's my link. Yes, add to the stream. There we go. I did it. I can have 12. So Willie, if you want to come up, come on up. Where are you? Are you at home? Rob? No? Oh, you froze. Yeah, Willie, click on it. Uh-oh, what happened to Rob? Just jumped off. He froze there for a bit. Kev, when Rob came up, did you see him?
Hey.
There he is. Holy smokes.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Dada.
How's it going?
Yeah, but that's you're on the you're on your laptop.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you did your live stream on your phone,
yeah,
it doesn't, like when I pressed on the link, it took me out of the YouTube into another like another place. I had to press on the Google or something
Yeah.
and to get into here, but it works.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it works.
well,
That's
I'm
like
using Restream.
the witch.
Restream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Restream. I never knew. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've done a live like on a laptop. It's always on the phone, right?
Yeah. You're
And right
using.
now, I'm just in the back of my truck, lying down. I was gonna get out and sit in my truck where there's more lighting, and so I
Well.
said,
Mm,
well, because I was thinking, okay, you had me confused there for a second.
uh,
Oh,
that's easy.
I mean,
That's easy for me to do.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I wish I had a light here, but I don't have any light. How come I'm gone dark now? I'm dark,
Yes.
ain't I?
Yeah. Yeah. You are. You're very ghostly.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, oh!
Ooh.
I need a light.
Yeah.
So you're leaving tomorrow?
Yeah, I head out. I'll go as far as Golden, but I want to stop and sightsee
Yeah, you
along the
were
way.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But where are you leaving from?
Calgary.
Yeah. See, I'm 14 hours to Edmonton. Oh,
Yeah.
I just. Oh, Donna, what a trip I had. But I mean, it's like I got to get to Edmonton quick, right? So
Yeah.
I stopped off in a few places and stuff like that, but I mean, I didn't do much. I just like went. I
Yeah.
stopped off. I stepped off at a friend's house for a night in Nova Scotia, and then I stopped off in. I stopped off in West Ottawa,
Yeah.
and yeah, to see a friend, but she was too busy. She had things to do, and so like I just kept on going, and it's like it's like I didn't leave Newfoundland for basically for a road trip. I left Newfoundland for other reasons, right? So it's like now when I get into Edmonton, well then I can get the courses that I need to get done.
Yeah.
I have to get them done so I can go back to work, and then I might
Good.
just stick around.
Yeah.
Now I know, like Brent, he's going somewhere, and too with Wayne, right? So,
Yeah.
right. So you're going right on the island, eh? Are you going over
No,
to not
no, I'm not. We're not going to the island. So Lorene has left the island.
right?
Yeah. So she's on her way to Merritt. So her and she'll be there probably tomorrow, and I'll be there Thursday.
Yeah.
And it depends.
It's
Like just taking my time, right? And then we're going to head north. We're going to go up into Prince George area and go that way.
that's a
Just because,
beautiful area,
yeah, the drive is easier on the van for her. She's got an older van.
right?
And then
I, it, is there any road trips now for this weekend? Mother's Day. Well, happy Mother's Day to you.
oh,
But
yeah,
I don't
you're
see
from there.
you on to see it till then. Happy Mother's Day to
Yeah,
everybody who's watching this, by the way, right? Yeah, so like May 24th weekend's
yeah.
coming up. Do you have any plans? Is there any van life
Not
meetups
that
that you
I
get
know of. In
aware of?
fact, I don't even know where Lorene and I will be on the long weekend. But there is one coming up on August 15th for a couple days. And it's at the Pembina River or Pembina River. Um,
Where's
it's
that?
north east or northwest of Edmonton. Yeah,
Really? Well, I'm going to be in that
yeah.
area.
So I can send you the link on that. Yeah,
Yeah, send me the link to that. Yeah, you can send me the link. So Yeah, because I'm gonna be around that
Yeah.
area. There's nothing I don't think is on BC. I mean, I did leave a message on your video there, and
Yeah.
Jackie, Jackie was there. That was a nice video that you did of the with nice food
Oh,
that you were had
everybody
cooking
had
up
so
there.
much food. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I'm
Yeah.
thinking to myself, I missed out. I
Yeah.
missed out
That's
on
fun. Next
that,
fun.
right?
I seem to be in charge now of the spring one, so I'll try and get it a little bit bigger next year and see, you know.
Well, it was a nice little turnout, boy. I mean, I knew a couple of
Yep.
people that were there,
Yeah.
right? And that was the main thing, right? I mean, it's great to get together, right? Every once in a while, right? Jackie is a nice. I really
Yeah.
like Jackie. Jackie is a fun person to hang
Yeah.
around with, right?
Yeah. I've camped with her now a few
Right.
times. So she might be going to that one in August. I'm not 100% sure. Bridget, for sure, and we're going. Yeah.
Bridget, yeah, Bridget, yeah.
I
Oh, you
will be
will be
going. Yep.
going, right? Oh,
Yeah. I
that's
will
nice. I can't see it.
be.
I can't see any comments or nothing when you're in the stream. No, you got,
Yeah.
or do I? Oh, I don't know.
Thanks,
I
Kev.
got other
Yeah.
buttons to play with.
So Kev's
What?
asking, how's your
Thank
gas
you.
mileage?
Who's asked? Who
Kev,
asked
Kev
that?
C. Is it-
If I kept it under, let's see, with the truck, if I kept it, I was keeping that 90 kilometers coming all the way through
Yeah.
Ontario because, right, I was averaging 825 kilometers a tank. It's
No,
not bad. But if I push it to say 105, 110,
you're burning.
I'm
Yeah.
losing. I'm losing big time. 100. I'm getting 700. Right. Like, well, what's the saying? I'm not in a rush to get to Edmonton. I know I need to be there at a certain time. So why am I rushing? But I'm doing long
Yeah.
days driving. Right. I mean, I was thinking, and the sun is always in my face. I think I got a sunburn already. Just I got a sunburn. The sun was in my face. It's like I was thinking, maybe I might stick around in Winnipeg for a couple of days and do some videoing here in Manitoba, Winnipeg down to. It's nice here in Winnipeg and Brandon, Manitoba. I really like both places. I used to curl many years ago, so I wouldn't mind going and checking the city around and maybe do
Hmm.
something because if I ever get a call to go to work, it's only 14 hours for me to get to
Yeah.
Edmonton, right? So, right. And then maybe like if I'm going back to Newfoundland in September, October, I'll have a little bit of
Yeah.
moolah, a bit of money, and then I can explore more of Toronto and stuff, right? I had a lot of people reach out to me down, stop here, stop here, stop there, right? But I mean, you know how it is, right? I really can't afford to go like 200 kilometers off the highway to stop
Yeah.
and say hi, right? I mean, right? I'll say hi on my videos and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm at a really tight
Yeah.
budget.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Well, fingers crossed everything's
I'm
going to
a
go well for you this year.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope so, Donna. I mean, right? So, yeah, Kev. I don't see any comments here, but I can't
Yeah.
read the I don't know. Unless
He
let's
he
see
says
what
brush your
happens.
hair,
Oh,
Willie.
oh,
He says
what?
brush your hair. We can't even see
Oh,
it. So,
oh,
yeah.
there we go. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. No, I got no like. I'm in the back of the truck. I was watching a movie and I was watching. I went on YouTube, and next thing you know, oh, Dallas
Yeah.
live 37 seconds ago. What? Dallas live? I've never
No,
seen
this is
Dallas
the
live
first, and I
before.
I wanted to test out my mics.
This
This
is
is
your
my
first
first
live,
live. Yeah.
Donna. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. You're
I
over the
am.
hump now.
Now I gotta get busy and get monetized. Now I have to
What?
get busy and get monetized and get that monkey off my back.
Well, yeah. Like if I knew that, I would have like, yeah, the next time we go live, I'll put a shout out on my post, and you have to invite me back, and we'll do another one.
I'm
right?
hoping. I'm
Right?
hoping when I'm with Lorraine that we can get a couple lives going. It'll all depend, right, on
Yeah.
what our connectivity is going to be. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see, Kev. So far, things are going good. Well, yes, things are going
Kev
good,
said he's
Kev.
going to
Thank you
Edmonton.
very
Yeah.
much. Right? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be in Edmonton. Shortly.
Yeah.
Who knows, right? Tomorrow morning I'll wake up and I say, well, do I really need to spend time in Manitoba? Right? It's still 14-hour drive, 14, 15 hours to get to Edmonton. All I'm going to do is end up in a Walmart parking lot. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So you have everything packed down now?
I think so. Just my computer and whatnot, my laptop to take with me.
That's what you're
I got
taking,
everything. Got my fridge plugged in, and
how's your carb doing?
my van's doing good. I mean, I just had it in. I had a rad flush
got
done
all
on
the
it
fluid
because I
topped
thought,
up.
120 some thousand, I'll put the rad flush on it, and oil change done. My tires, this is the second season on the tires, so
Yeah, well, that's not bad.
you know that trip to the East Coast trip that I took, I went 25,000 kilometers because I stayed a month in Newfoundland, but it only cost me $1,600 in gas.
1,600 return? No, return. 1,600
This
return.
there's part in there's a stretch of highway between Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and is it Port Hope? Or something. Anyways, one of those, it's 400 and some kilometers, and everybody kept saying, have lots of gas, have lots of gas. I had half a tank of gas left. I had a tailwind, and I had half a tank of gas left when I got there. Oh my. So.
I spent that already just to get to Winnipeg.
But the only thing is I don't have the space for stuff, right? So.
Well, you're not heavy, right? And you got nothing heavy. Like my truck is heavy, right? But I try to save as much gas as I can by not speeding. I have my tires pumped up to the max, right? I mean, just to try to save the aerodynamics, right? I'll stay behind a transport trailer for miles and miles and kilometers just to get that draft. But I mean, right? But it seems like it just drinks. My truck drinks. Like, I'm not bad for a pickup truck. I mean, if you can get 800 kilometers on a tank of gas, which, well, yeah, I mean, I have a big tank too, which is like 90. I think I could put, if I put that last drop, I think I can get to 90 liters, right? Like when you put in your gas into your gas tank, right? You got that little that hole, but I takes it out and I press it ever so lightly just to fill it, right?
Well,
but I mean,
they say on mine though that once it clicks off, you're not to put any more in it. You're right. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kev. It was great for having you here. Yeah. But I think the most.
Gotta go, Kev. Willie, keep in touch. Safe trip. Yeah. See you, Kev.
I think the most I've put in mine is 52 liters. And that was pretty much almost on empty. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
But I couldn't believe it. I mean, I don't know how many channels I watched that one stretch from Happy Valley, Goose Bay down to Port Hope, Simpson. Everybody kept saying lots of gas, lots of gas, lots of gas. And I carried 2 jerry cans with me, 2 5-gallon ones. Never touched them.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I had them if I needed them, but I never touched them. Well,
right.
But yeah. Oh, Crystal, hello. From La Gringa Van Life. Crystal, are you still down in Arizona?
Well,
That's
Who's the Crystal? That
the
the gray?
Grinda Van Life. She got a band very similar to what Jeffy Bear has.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jeffy Bear? Yeah.
yeah,
Jeffy's in
yeah.
Cornwall, isn't he? I think
He's getting ready to
Cornwall.
head to
Cornwall.
New Brunswick. Yeah,
I was gonna. Well, yeah. Once I drove past the areas, and I'm thinking, oh man,
yeah,
Jeffy's in Cornwall. I never.
yeah,
Right, I forgot all
yeah.
about that. Right, so yeah. Well, Donna, I'm gonna have to get going now. It is
Yeah.
pretty dark here.
Yeah.
Right, and I am getting tired. That's why I was in the
No,
back
I
of the
bet
truck
that's a
here,
long
lying
drive.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got no light in the
yeah,
back here. I gotta have to get a light, right? But normally I don't normally do anything, only sleep back here, right? Other than that, I'll be in the front of my truck with
yeah,
all the
yeah,
lights on, right? Right? But I mean, I was thinking, but you must have read my mind and got ahead of me because I was going to do a live stream, but I said I'm
yeah,
just too tired. Here I am
yeah.
talking to you.
Oh well, I mean, I had to do one sooner or later. I kept saying I was going to do it. Yeah,
Well, there you go. Well,
yeah,
congratulations on making it to your live stream and your 1,000
yeah.
subscribers
Now to
down.
get the 4,000 hours, right? I think that I'm just almost at the 3,000 hour mark. I mean, I've had 4,000 hours, but not in 12 months,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah,
not in 12 months, and then it's just to
yeah,
keep it up. That's the thing, right? I mean, right? If you gotta keep putting the videos out just to get your hours
yeah,
up, right? And that's the thing, right? But other than that, wow,
yeah, yeah.
typo.
Sure.
If you like to have,
Um, Rob, sure, because apparently I can have
uh,
12 because I bought this subscription because it was on sale for Black Friday sale or something like that
what
for the
was
restream. So I bought the subscription for a year, and, and I think it
Oh,
was
Restream.
110 or something like that. But it was like, happy birthday to Donna, right? It was one of those things.
Have a Restream, but for sure on your
Yes,
live,
Crystal,
so
my first live. Yeah.
it's the first live.
Yeah.
Congratulations! I think she wants to come in on your live. Is that what she
Yep.
said?
I can have
If
up
you
to
like,
12 people here.
oh,
Yeah,
okay, I
so
get it.
I
I
can
get
have
it. I get
everybody
it.
in the chat
Yeah,
room
yeah.
here. There is a link. Let me just, I can post it again. And copy.
Oh, for other people, come on. Oh, that's nice. I
Yeah.
never knew that,
Yeah.
Donna. You purchased this as an
Yeah.
app.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Sure, but it's YouTube's live stream. I mean, everybody can
Yeah.
see the live, right? Like when I go live on my phone, I can only have one person.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
There's Rob.
It's
There's
probably
Rob.
got
Yeah.
who's that?
So this is Rob. Rob, this is Willie.
Hello there.
Hello, how are
I'm
you?
fabulous. I'm in my RV.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just sliding in my
Yeah.
truck. That's a nice
Rob was
RV.
at the meetup with
Want
us. Yeah.
I was, and I loved
to
it.
trade? What? Yes, I seen. I think I remember the video.
Yeah.
I mean, your face. You can't really see my
Yeah.
face very good. I got no light here,
Got to turn the light on.
but I'm not much to look at anyway. See,
Yeah.
at least we got something in common. We got glasses.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's
That's the
me.
important thing.
And you got my shaved beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
where it's
couldn't
at
believe
right here. I'm telling you.
I couldn't believe how many
What's
videos you put
that?
out before I realized, oh, he's shaved.
Oh, I
You know?
know. I remember that comment. I shaved. You look different. I shaved. Yeah, I'm on the way back to Edmonton, buddy. What's your name
Rob.
was again?
Yep.
Rob. I'm on the way back to Edmonton. I'm in Winnipeg
There you
now.
go.
So you live in your
For right
camper,
now, yeah.
or you just summer? Oh, right on. I'll probably see you at that. There's a meetup in August or something.
That would be nice.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I'll be there.
We might be going out to the East
I'll
Coast.
be
I don't know.
there.
Oh, well, I wouldn't go to the
Oh,
meetup.
really?
I would take the East Coast over the meetup any day.
Oh, I would take the East Coast
Yeah.
too. I mean, if I won the lottery tomorrow, I'll be returning right back there now, right? Right back there, right? Well, I'll tickle
Yeah.
pink. Tickled,
And build your house.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's something to look forward to, I
Yeah.
suppose, right? So, Donna, I mean, right? I hate leaving the island, right? But I mean, you leave, but you're always going to go
Yeah.
back, right? And I got family back there, so that's the main thing,
Yeah.
right? So,
Well,
right. So
yeah.
anyway, I gotta
You
get
get some
going.
sleep.
I gotta get some sleep. It's like 9:30 now, but 10:30, 11. It's like I'm still not getting over the time change, right? So I'm up 5 in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, and gone on the road.
Yeah, because this is like midnight for you.
Okay then,
Yeah.
but
This is
well,
midnight for you.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
midnight now. So
Hey,
guys,
Willie.
have a great night now, and I'll see y'all when
Okay.
I can. Bye, Robin.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, okay. How do I get out of here, Davin? You know how to get out of here.
Top right-hand corner.
Oh, I see a leave button. No,
I can
bottom right
remove
Oh,
hand
it's
you.
corner.
bottom
Hang
right
on.
hand.
I
Okay.
can remove you apparently. There we
There
go.
you go.
All right. So you froze.
I did.
Yeah. And Crystal, she's never been to the Mesa. You must have been talking about Arizona.
Yeah, I was in Mesa, Arizona. It was great. I
Mesa.
loved it there.
Yeah.
There, I'm getting glare off the glasses.
Yeah. I was going to go back down to the States this year, but
Well, we've certainly thought about it. We just decided not to for one reason or another, but I do love it down there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think until things settle down, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, it's just one of those. Well, the one thing that I love down there is the prices of gas.
See, I didn't really notice it that much of a difference by the time I converted it and everything else.
Well, we
Yeah.
were looking when I did it. It was $1.50 a liter up here, $1.52, $1.54, something like
Yeah.
that. So $1.50 went down there for just shy of $3 a gallon.
Yeah.
I worked it out 71 cents, 76 cents. 76 cents a liter. You factor in the exchange, you still paying $1 a liter. I can deal with $1 a liter. I mean, I wish we had that here now.
Almost. $1.25.
Still, yeah, we're getting closer.
Almost, yeah.
But then you figure my RV takes, 80 gallons.
Yeah.
It takes a hot minute to fill it up. It really does.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
got
just
a
one of those
message
things.
here that says to activate chat, please enable channels here.
I have no idea.
I'm seeing the chat, so
I see the chat too.
yeah.
I don't know how to talk in the chat anymore.
Oh,
But
you just got a
that's
new
okay.
sub from Crystal. Lagringa.
Hey, there you go.
Van
That's
Leg
awesome.
subbed you. So you
Fantastic.
sub back.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's got a really cute puppy, Romy.
Oh, there you go. I love puppies.
Yeah. There you go.
Puppies are all kinds of fun. I still want a cat.
Do you?
I do. I want a cat so bad. Marcy doesn't want a cat, but I want a cat. You know what I'm going to do? There's actually a thing you can hang it up on the wall. Let me show you where the wall is. Right over here.
We're going for a walkie.
Yeah. Not that it makes a lot of sense with the camera angle, but anyway, the door right here for the bathroom. I want it because right up here, I've got a spot where I can actually hang stuff from the top of the door.
Yeah.
So I figure I'm going to hang it from the door, and it's going to be it's a climbing wall for the cat.
Oh.
I know it sounds totally stupid, and I don't care. I want a cat.
It'll
be a lot of fun.
It'll be 2 years coming up in October. It's the first time I've been pet free in probably 30 years.
Oof.
And because Ron and I had on average 4 pets because he was my second marriage, so we had no kids together, so it was pets, right?
Oh, there you go.
He came with a cat and dog. And then my daughter was with me, and she had 2 cats. And then when my daughter moved out, the one cat came back to me because the one passed away. And then I got a puppy. So I finally got a pet. And then I got another puppy kind of thing. So at the end, I had 3 of them, and I lost them all together because they were close in age, right? So
Oh, that's terrible.
that's the hard part with pets. And
Yeah.
Ziggy was with me when I did the East Coast trip, and he was just such a great traveler.
See, that's why I'd like to have a cat. Like, I just picture the cat sitting up on a cat bed right up on top of the dashboard, just relaxing. And
yeah.
Oh, you see, now this is going to be fun.
Yeah, Emmy.
I got Marcy giving me a call.
Oh, yeah?
Now I'm going to throw her right under the bus. Hey, Marcy. You're on live now.
Hi, Marcy.
Donna's channel is doing a live stream.
Hello, Marcy. Hello.
There you go.
Oh, dear.
Nothing like having Marcy on the live stream with Donna.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you, Crystal. Romy is a cutie. I've come close to getting another dog, but I'm just traveling too much right now that I decided not to.
Okay, Marcy, I'm going to have to call you back after.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye. There we go. We're good to go now. Sorry about the interruption. As Marcy calls, I answer.
As you should.
Just one of those things. No matter where I am or what I'm doing, Marcy calls, I answer.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I'm going to make her my wife. I may as well answer her calls. It's just one of those things. I mean, she's not the Donna. She's the Marcy.
The Marcy.
That is still awesome.
Oh, I was trying
puppies are great.
Yeah, I loved my guys. I had 2 Cavalier King Charles. And so come June 30th till about the mid of August, I accepted a house sitting / babysitting job where I'm babysitting the 2 dogs plus watching their house because they've got to go back to South Africa. So I thought, perfect. I got to work on my walking then anyways for my trip. So walk the dogs, and then I'm there for the night for them to watch their house. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to get my puppy fix.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just like I didn't realize I needed a camping bunny. It was like, I kept mispronouncing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to have a peaches. And if I can't have a peaches, then I got to get a cat. It's one of the 2.
Yeah.
Just one of those things. Marcy doesn't want me to have a pet. Well, it's I shouldn't say it that way. That sounds terrible. Marcy doesn't want a cat in the RV because she's afraid it's going to scratch up all the furniture.
True.
So, like, there is a possibility of that.
Yeah,
yes.
there's a great possibility of that.
Yep.
Yep. What's her name? Emmy from the Cat Lady Band. She travels with her cat, right? So
yeah.
And Kelly scratches up the seat and everything else. So, I mean, that's what they do, right? Unless you can get them trained and you've got to their spot and that's all they do. Some cats are really good that way. But I think if I ever got another cat, because my cat was kind of like a half dog, half cat personality, he actually raised the dogs. And so he acted like a dog half the time. And he was just as big as the dogs because somebody suspected he had a bit of Maine Coon in him. But
there you go.
Yeah. So I think if I ever get another cat, it is going to be a Maine Coon. Just because
big
I
cat.
want to feel that cat, right?
Yeah. See, I'm not fussy. I'll take any kind of cat. I mean, a Maine Coon would be great, but I'm happy with short hairs too.
Yeah. But I'm more of a dog person than a cat person, so it'll probably be a dog. Yeah. Yeah, could be. I think cats have, they're better as far as traveling with, because if you want to go, as long as you can keep your van cool, you want to go for an hour walk or so, you can do that. With a dog, it's a little bit different because my dogs always suffered from separation anxiety when I wasn't there. So, but at the end, Ziggy being a senior, because he made it to 14, I had a stroller for him. So if it was a spot that I can go and take the stroller, him and I went for the walk. So, and he loved it because people would stop and pay attention to him and fuss over him. And that's the breed, that Cavalier King Charles. That's all about the people and paying attention to me. So,
It'd be nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
See, my big thing is I just want somebody that I can come home and cuddle besides Marcy. Sometimes she doesn't want to cuddle. I mean, to be fair, I'm like a big bear. So, I mean, I don't blame her.
Well, maybe the cat or the dog won't want to cuddle either.
Well, that's not a thing.
You know?
They have to cuddle. That's the part of the deal.
Yeah, no, I get it. Especially after when Ron passed away and I had the 3 pets, like even Dusty the cat, like I never realized it till it was his time, just how much of a presence he made when I came home, because he would just, I've got a few videos, he would just come in and just talk to me and everything else and purring away and just going on and on, especially when the dogs came home. Hey, where have you been? Kind of thing, right? And so it's just the energy of them. Yeah. Yeah, you can't be at a roamy site for a second and he's yelping. Yeah. Yeah, Ziggy hated it. Dexter wasn't so bad, but Ziggy just, and I don't understand it because my husband was always home with them all day long. I'm the one that went to work. So you would have thought he would have the closer relationship with the dogs. Nope. It was me. And you would think when I would leave, the yelping that he did, you would think somebody was killing him. It was that bad. Yeah. But yeah.
What a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Like, pets are great. It's just a matter of finding your fit.
Yeah.
And I think for me, like, granted, I've got enough room in the bus here that I could put a dog easily.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
But it's one of those, I like cats. I mean, I like dogs too, don't get me wrong. I just prefer cats.
Yeah.
They're less maintenance and they've got more of an attitude, which fits well with me because I've got an attitude as well.
Yeah. My friend down in Lethbridge, she has 2 cats. And Nyx is about 6 or 7 pounds. She's a little black and white terrorist, I call her. And the other one, Pepe, he's an orange tabby. He's huge. He's like almost 20 pounds, and his head would be at the top of the desk. He's huge.
Yeah.
But she's the one that, she'll ambush you and you go, because she wants food, right? So,
I love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, she is good. I call her 6 pounds of terror. She is. Yeah. But they each have their own personalities, right? And they got me trained because Pepe knows that when I go there, he goes right to where the treats are because I'll give him treats, right? So he knows.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I wake up some mornings and it's going to sound so stupid, and I don't care because it's fun. What I do, was this morning, I woke up and I swear there was a cat that jumped up right beside me. And it was like, okay, I'm awake, so I know I'm not dreaming, but I could swear there was a cat right beside me. I get loud purring and just running around back and forth across my legs. And but there's no cat here. And I have no idea whose cat it could possibly be that would be interested in me. But it was the weirdest thing.
Did you have
crazy? So now if I go to get another pet, I got to be careful. That one might get jealous.
Yeah. The haunting.
Exactly. Getting a ghost cat jealous like that's got to be a bad thing somehow.
I've had times where I could swear I've heard Ziggy snore because he was a snorer. And it's funny because men snoring drives me crazy, but he could snore all he wanted. It didn't bother me. And he would snore so bad that I have to get up, pick him up off the floor because he was vibrating the floor. That's how bad he was snoring.
Wow.
I've had moments where I swear to God, I've heard him snore.
Kind of a fun thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have no idea where the cat idea comes from, but I welcome it.
Yep. Yeah, and you
Have
can
a little
train it
cuddle buddy.
on a leash and a harness and lock it, and yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
But if I do get another pet, it'll be, I'm thinking, I don't want like from the puppy stage or the kitty stage or whatnot. You get these pets that come in to rescue that, their person has died.
Mm.
And so maybe they only have another 5, 6 years left kind of thing in their life. And that'll probably be the situation that I'll pick up and grab a pet. I'm not done traveling yet because I'm going to be gone for 2 months in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going again next spring. So
yeah, that's going to be a fun thing for us as well, because Marcy and I are thinking about traveling all over the world
yeah,
for any number of reasons, like going to Japan for the spring blossoms,
yeah,
that kind of thing. But I don't know how I'm going to fit a pet into that.
it's hard.
So who knows what we're going to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a topic that we've never actually talked about. It's a question of, do I get a pet because I want a pet, which is really greedy and selfish, but I'm greedy and selfish, so I want a pet. Or do I not get a pet because we're going to be doing a lot of traveling and it's not fair
Yeah.
to the animal to leave it alone?
Yeah.
So it's
Well, and I when I retired, I always said I couldn't retire until the pets were gone. And because the vet bills, right? The vet bills are just out of this world. And I don't think I ever got to a vet ever without spending $500 a pop. It seemed like it was a magic number.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ziggy passed away 10 months after February, 10 months roughly, yeah, after I retired. But he was great. But, that was part of my travel plans with him, right? I had to stop every so often for a vet because he had his injections that he was taking for his arthritis.
Yeah.
So it was, you have to work that in, right?
Yeah, you got to stop and take him out for walks and stuff like that. Whereas with the cat, I drive for 6 or 8 hours and who cares?
Yeah, the cat will sleep. Like Ziggy, they're both my dogs were great travelers. But Ziggy, I mean, like I said, I took him out to the East Coast. He was gone with me for that 5 months of traveling. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Whether we get a pet or not really depends on. I think it mostly depends on how much money we have. Because if we have a ton of money, I'm taking Marcy all over the world.
Yeah.
Like everywhere that she's never seen. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Just
and
for
so then,
something to do.
In that case, it's kind of hard to have a pet, right?
So, exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, it'll be like my third retirement because I retired from the military. I retired from construction. And now we're going to be traveling all the time, traveling the world. And like when I retire from that and I have a house full time again, then might be the time to get a pet.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, I think until I'm ready to kind of not be on the road so much. Camping's not bad because you can take them camping with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I'm going to Spain and Portugal in the fall. And then
that's totally different.
I'm going over to Ireland, Scotland, France next spring. So
yeah.
And I know when I went to Spain the last time in 2017, the cat stayed with my daughter and the 2 dogs I took to the kennel. So I took them out to the country club kennel. I've been using that since Ziggy was 1 year old. So 14 years I've used them. But, that was pricey. That was like $3,000 to board them. So.
Yeah, that's where I would enter in the question of, is it worth it to board the cat if I were to have a cat? Do I board the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the $1 million question. Like, do I board the cat or do I bring the cat overseas?
See, cats are easier to travel with because you can actually, because they're smaller, so you can actually put them in a bag and at your feet, right? You can take them on the plane with you. Well, dogs, unless you have a small dog, it's kind of hard. My guys would have been too big to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's hard. And if you've got to put your pet underneath the plane, that's hard too on the animal.
Exactly. Yeah. It's hard on them. It's hard on me.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things, like, depends on how long we're going for. If we're only going for a couple of weeks, yeah, I'll board the cat.
Yeah.
But if I'm going for a month, everybody watch your video. Yes, absolutely. Head over, watch some videos. I love it. I'll sub back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's one of those things, like, what do I do with the cat? Like I said, depending on how long I'm going to be gone for. If I'm gone for a month or two, forget it.
Oh, you're freezing up. Yeah, you're freezing up. Now I'll see how long this takes. Not sure if he's going to make it back or not. But Jack's Tracks. Hello, how are you? We just lost Rob from here he is. He's coming back.
He is coming back. Here he is.
Back. There he is. Yeah. So we just got
I can't believe I lost connection again. That was brutal.
And you're in Starlink, aren't you?
No, I'm actually using cellular right now.
Oh, okay.
By the way, that was one of the pictures that we took on the weekend.
Oh, nice.
Not that you can see that very well, but
Blackbird,
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great meetup. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the one in August too. So that'll be nice. Now, if I remember correctly, it's a group site. So I think there's like outhouses, that kind of stuff, but like there's no services, right? But it's right on the river too. So if anybody has like a little kayak or whatnot, they can bring that. So
we should have another one that's in between, like in June.
It's hard, I think, to try to find the spot because everybody, like, just even trying to find a spot at that last minute to, you got to
see if I can find it,
right? But if you can get a group spot, like maybe out at a provincial park, maybe a group spot, but that's going to, again, until I know my group and know my regulars that are going to show up, I don't mind putting the deposit then to hold it and then collect them.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't want to hold it and then I end up, paying out of my pocket, right?
Well, that's the big thing.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to look up McLean Creek. It's a nice area.
Yeah. It's noisy though in June because everybody's out there with their ATVs. Yeah. Like I'm thinking around like maybe Crimson Lake or Pigeon Lake or something like that. Like there's some provincial parks. Well, there's that Wheatland one too. Provincial park. That might be a good one to try.
Let me see. I'm trying to find dates in June. See if June is going to work here. I don't even know which loop to pick.
You almost have to go out and check it out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Now, Monique, the one that's doing the one in August, for some reason, the campground that she's dealing with, he gives her that for free. So that weekend is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So. And she usually does have pretty good. I think she had about 15, 20 vans last year. So she had a good turnout. But Bridget and I, for sure, I'll have to check to see if Bridget's getting that day off because it's a Friday.
Yeah.
And we're going to drive up together. Maybe Jackie. Preet will probably come. But then he's usually a Saturday person because he works.
Yeah.
So, Alberta. Jack's tracks. Where are you, Jax? And that's the other thing, right? I'm just learning the different campgrounds that are around, the different parks, you know, what's available. If I can find some more that are winter camping, that would be nice too.
There's a few. I heard about one a few years ago, and I can't remember where it is now. It's similar to, I want to say, remember in Banff, what is it? Something Village 2.
Okay,
the
tunnel village or something like that.
There you go. There you go. Tunnel Mountain Village 2.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's similar to that where you can pull into the site sideways. So you've got,
Seattle.
like, you pull into your site and you've got your fire pit on the side.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And I can't remember where it is now. I'm going to think of it at like 2:00 in the morning. It'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when I used to work and I was a supervisor. I would always say, just leave it to me till tomorrow. I'll have a 2:00 meeting. I'll wake up. My mind will be fresh and clear and I'll have a solution, right?
There you go.
Constantly. Jack's in Seattle. Yeah.
Seattle's nice.
There was a park I stayed at near Seattle. What was it called? It was a state park. Wasn't far from Seattle. Maybe an hour tops before you got to Tacoma. But yeah, I stayed at, when I was down there, stayed a lot. Tried to get as many state parks as I could. But in Oregon, you got to be expensive because in Oregon, because you're not a resident, you pay 25% more. So they have great state parks and they're like, for RVs, they got all their setups and whatnot, more so than what we have in our provincial parks here. And, but another 25% more. Let's say it's $50, then it's another $15 or whatever. Then you got to add the exchange on that as well. So it got to be expensive.
Especially now when we're looking at 40% almost.
Did our dollar drop? I thought it was gaining there for a bit.
It's gaining, yeah, but it was what, 37 cents at one point?
Yeah.
So even if it gains up to 35, like, it's still
35 cents. Yeah. And if you're using reserve system, so then you're using your credit card. So then there's credit card fees on top of that. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me. We'll talk about this offline, but there's an app called Starfish. Saves you a ton of money.
Yeah.
We're just starting to use it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just starting to use it. It's great all over the US. It's great in most places in Canada.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good in the States. It's got so much stuff there.
Yeah. It's, I know in Oregon, when I went there last year, because I stayed along the coastline, there's very, well, I'm not a great boondocker. I can't figure it out all that well. So because of the way I was traveling, I don't like to pre-book my places. I like to get up in the morning and say, okay, how far do I want to go? But it was hard to try and find spots in Oregon, so I ended up booking it out. The nice thing about Oregon, though, is they have no state taxes. So if something's $20, it's $20. It's what you pay. And then I got into California a little bit, and it was like being back in Canada with all the taxes. Felt right at home.
Always a good thing to feel at home when you're on the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then that's why we're bringing our stuff with us. Like you bring your home with us.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, my poor little van's packed right now, but tomorrow when I go pick up my carrier in the back, then some of that stuff transitions to the back and opens it up again. So
There you go.
when I stop for my first night tomorrow night, then I can rearrange things. So right now I'm just putting stuff in there, right? So my fridge is going. I've got my beer in there getting cold.
There you go.
That's all plugged in, and so I'll have a cold beer when I get there tomorrow night.
See, there's a question for you. What are you using for power in your RV? We're going to call it an RV.
Yeah, I have a Jackery. I got a 1500. I've got one of the older ones.
Yeah.
So I have a 1500, and my fridge is just a 12 volt. It pretty much is the only thing I use, besides if I want to charge my phone or something like that. And often my phone is already charged because if I've been driving the day, it's plugged into the vehicle. So it pretty much, I would say 90% of the time I use the Jackery for my fridge.
Yeah, hang on, I'll go get it.
Yeah.
This will make more sense. I've got this big boy.
Yeah.
The Jackery 100. I love it. I think it's great.
And that's great for phones and things like that.
Well, I charge my laptop off of it, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, I can charge my laptop, my phone, and my watch. All three.
Yeah. I didn't get it to do too much in Washington because when I was in Seattle, I went to see all the trolls around Seattle. And then there was a weather system coming in. So I went to the coast of Washington. I thought I'll get over there at least. And it seems like every time I got back up to Washington, I hit rain, rain, rain. So but Oregon was beautiful. California was beautiful. I drove through that Jebediah Smith redwood forest. So that was beautiful. And that's where I wanted to get back this year, was to further down into California to see more of the redwoods. But, oh well, maybe in a couple more years. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to text Marcy to get her on here, but my messages keep disappearing for some reason.
Oh dear.
Who knows?
Well, I mean, if you guys take off this year to the East Coast, I mean, go for it. I think that would be great. You're from the redwoods areas. Yeah. Those trees are beautiful. I took a little hike up on one of the trails. I was looking for the biggest tree or whatever. I never did find it. There were just so many big trees. I mean, have you been to the one on Vancouver Island? What's it called? Cedar Grove? Is it Cedar Grove? We have the redwoods there. The ones in California are bigger. And Jack, I see you got a van in your picture. Is that a full-time thing for you, or is that your traveling vehicle? But anyway, so everything worked fine tonight for my mics. That was great. And hopefully, like I said, if you can drive through one of those trees. I think that's further down in California, I believe. You would. Oh, Marcy, there she is. Marcy.
Yeah, Marcy, the Marcy.
Yeah, and I heard part-time. Yeah, I'm part-time as well. I heard that one that you can drive through is not open anymore, and I could be wrong. But didn't Sheila? I don't know if you were there when she was talking about that. She was in her little van and she scraped a little bit of her little van, and the guy behind her was in a truck and scraped up his truck. But, yeah.
See, I'd go down there just for that. The Mini would fit for sure.
Oh yeah,
This
the Austin
bus would
Mini.
never
Yeah,
fit.
yeah. Well, my van probably would too. You just, well, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know the
small
top.
enough.
I'd have to be careful on the top. Yeah,
Still, not bad.
yeah,
Speaking of vans, we were actually out at the RV wars that they just had out at the Cross Iron Mills.
yeah.
Went out there and I was filming all kinds of stuff. Marcy fell in love with a van, of all
With the what?
things. With a van.
Yeah.
It was a Dodge something something. I can't remember what it was. Marcy will remember what it was. It was a Dodge something. She took pictures of it. I took a video. She thought it was just the greatest thing in the world.
When I took my vehicle in the other day to get the rad flush done, we drove by the Volkswagen dealership. They've got those new electric vans in.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lime green one in there. And
Oh boy.
Oh man. Because my vehicle before this was lime green vehicle, right? And I thought, oh, but they're not. If we can get them just empty, that would be great. But they're not. They're passenger vans and whatnot. So
yeah. Well, the one that Marcy was looking at it was kind of nice. Right behind the driver's seat, you had the like a full. It was a wet bath, but still, it had a bathroom there.
yeah.
And then just behind that, it had a bed on either side, where you could open it up into one big bed, like a queen size bed, or you could leave it as two small single beds. But still, it was not bad.
Yeah.
Marcy loved it. She's not telling us what it is, but she loved it. She fell in love with the thing as soon as she saw it. There you go.
Well,
Road Trek.
Road Trek. Oh, yes. Yeah. Road Treks are nice. Expensive.
Little bit. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't bad. All things can, like those, they get upwards of 150 or more. I think the cheapest one I saw was, I think 130.
For a Road Trek?
No, it wasn't just a Road Trek. It was just any camper that's already done up.
Yeah.
And this one, I don't remember how much it was.
I think if I ever get another one, it'll be a truck with a Scout camper on it. Just because
those are nice.
I got a vehicle, because I use this as my vehicle anyway, so it'll never be fully developed inside because I use it as if I need to pull stuff out and put stuff in, that kind of stuff, and haul it. But truck gives me more flexibility as to where I can go. I only got so much clearance with this little van. I mean, it's great on gas and everything else, and I can go park anywhere where I want with it. But I don't, if I want to go do Crownland camping, and that's a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
But those Scout campers that go on the back of those half tons, they're pretty impressive inside. But
they really are. You could almost fit that in a Jeep.
Yeah.
Like the 4-door Jeep.
Yes. Yeah. The one with the bed at the back, like a
flat exactly.
or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You could fit one in there if you really wanted to.
Because I saw a fellow with one when I was on Cape Breton Island, and it just kind of popped right up, and I'm looking at it, and I thought, gee, that's really what I wanted in the first place. But you couldn't find a van, you couldn't find this, you couldn't find a trailer, you couldn't, when I bought mine. So yeah, if I do it again, it's going to be a truck and a Scout. Maybe.
Well, there you go. If you like trucks and you're comfortable in that small of a space, well, it's not much different than what you've got now.
It'd be more space than what I have, right?
I was going to say, your bed's going to be a lot more space.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have to fold that seat down for my bed, right?
Exactly.
The bed there, because it goes up, so the bed's up over the cab of the Scout trailer, right? So
there's Marcy giving me a hard time.
There you go. I can see going down a dusty dirt road, and you can't see going down a dusty dirt road in a motorhome. Yeah.
No, that's not what this is made for.
Yeah.
But then if you want to live in it full time, this is the way to go. Van is not the way to go.
Yeah. I was watching Jeffy Bear's, is it Jeff's? Yes, video today. He was talking about a fellow that sold his home, and him and his wife are traveling. I guess there's some health issues and whatnot, but I thought, oh, that's a big jump.
Well, you see, I was looking at it where I'm looking down the road 10 years. You know, so I was thinking like, okay, if I keep this for the next 10 or 20 years, am I going to be happy in it? And it's like, yeah, there's enough room that we could put the grandkids in here if we really
Oh, there's
wanted to.
Lorraine. The whole blue
Well,
band.
hello. The BBV.
Say it.
Because I can never say it. I'm just sticking with BBV from now on. That's it.
BBV, yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, and the thing is, I don't know how long I'm going to be traveling around in a van. Could it be 5 years, 10 years? You know, I can't see myself selling my place to do it full time. I would, I guess, if, you know, I got the call, like my husband got the call, right, and said, you know, you got 2 to 5 years left, then maybe, and I would divvy up my stuff to my kids and then just go. But
yeah, well, I was thinking, like, my kids are all adults now. I don't have much stuff. They really don't care for what I have. So the idea was just, how can I show Marcy the countryside? And it's not just Canada, it's Canada, the US, Mexico, maybe further south, maybe not, but how can I show her all of this?
yeah.
And this was what came to mind, was like, if we're going to be stuck in here, we're going on the road for, say, we're driving for 6 or 8 hours. Like, during that 6 hours, you're probably going to have to pee. So the idea is you can just get up from the driver's seat, walk back here, go to the bathroom, go back up to the front. If you're hungry, you want a snack, great. You just walk to the back, make a snack, walk back to the front, like, you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I have the toilet now in mine. So, I mean, it's my toilet. It's also my seat. And, you know, so it's got dual purpose. But,
Yeah.
because when I was traveling that first year, I came across some really gross outhouses. So,
Politely put, yes.
yeah. So, I mean, pit toilets don't bother me anymore.
Yeah, it takes a hot minute to get used to it. But once
Yeah.
you're used to it, then it doesn't matter anymore.
And I thought, because a lot of these places, you know, the truckers stop and whatnot, right? And I thought, holy crap, this is what they have to deal with. But yeah. But oh well.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, it's a lifestyle. You get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like I said, that's why I picked as big as I did. I picked the biggest one that I reasonably could get.
Yeah.
And I didn't put a whole lot of effort into the used market. I really didn't know enough about the used market. Like, if it was me by myself, I'd go for a Sprinter, ProMaster, something like that. I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And then I would really customize the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. See, when I got mine though, I couldn't find anything. I literally carry wet wipes into the outhouse. Yeah, exactly. And your own toilet paper. Yeah. But yeah, because I couldn't. Every time I look at something, it was like gone. Right. I searched and searched probably for 8 months to try and find a van. And we have a portable, but I carry seat covers for those times.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's the plan right there.
Yeah. But yeah, I couldn't find. And then that morning there was 2 vans on the lot. I went in there in my lunch hour, and the one that was already gone, which was a bigger one. It wasn't the full size one, it was about the mid size. And all was left, it was the one I have. And if I didn't pull the plug, it would have been gone, because they hadn't posted it yet.
See, it's one of those things. If I had to do it over again and I had more money, I'd go for I'd go for the 45-foot unit. I really would. It would be a couple's coach. It would be stupid long. Marcy would never drive it. She'd hate it. But I'm okay with driving a big thing in a small space, so I don't care. I'll drive this thing through town, like, no problem. I actually parallel parked the RV, and it's 30 feet long. So, yeah, I don't care. I'll park it wherever. But the idea is, well, one of the big things for me is now that I'm boondocking, Marcy's at the house. I'm actually in the RV by myself, just a few blocks away. But anyway, what I'm doing is I've actually gone out of my way now so that I have to run the generator 2-3 times a day just to get my batteries back up.
Yeah.
Because all I have is the 12-volt batteries.
Yeah.
So what I really, really want to do, and it's crazy expensive. It's going to cost me 10 grand to do this.
Hey,
Oh,
Bruce.
there's another one. Hey,
Yeah.
Bruce Van Life Jr.
Yeah.
How you doing?
This is my first live, Bruce.
And she's
Like,
killing it.
Well,
Don't
I
let her
came
lie to
here
you. She's
to check
killing
and
it.
see if my mics work and everything else, and my first live. Yeah.
Yeah, your mics did great. You're doing
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was saying, like, I want to get probably 9 200 amp hour batteries.
Yeah.
Which is stupid crazy big. But then it's the kind of thing where I can run everything. So I can run my TV, I can run my air conditioner, I can run whatever I like for the night. Whereas now, if I want to watch any of the TVs, I have to either be plugged into shore power, or I've got to run the generator, or I've got to run the truck itself.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the 110 doesn't work. I'm running everything off a 12-volt.
I'm surprised that's all you have in there.
Yeah, just the 2 batteries. One for the house, one for the chassis. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised because, I would have thought that they would have had that prepared for that kind of stuff.
It's cheaper for the company to not do that, which I find to be bullshit because you're paying, you're paying 130, 150,000 for this unit. Throw in a battery.
Yeah.
They're not that hard to figure out. Like, throw one in, and they didn't. So it's one of those things. Like I said, I'd like to build up the battery box to like 6, 8, 9 batteries ideally, but I'll take 6 batteries any day of the week.
Yeah.
But at 200 amp hours each, I mean, I could power your rig off of one 200 amp hour battery. For this big beast, I need 6.
Because on the top there, you can get, yes, actually, Lorraine, you're absolutely right. That's why I did the live tonight, because I said to the folks, if we get good reception, we're going to do a live. So I wanted to practice using this because I'm using Restream, and I wanted to make sure my little thing bob and my other mics work really well. So yeah, we can do it. We're going to have some lives on the road, but because you can put a fair amount of solar on the top, could you not?
I could. I've actually got one 200 watt solar panel right now.
Yeah.
Ideally, I'd have the whole roof or most of the roof just covered in solar panels.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like the batteries. It's going to cost a lot to do that.
Yeah.
But if I can do the batteries, like if I get 6 batteries and I get, 8 solar panels up there that are each 200 watts, I can live off grid. And then I don't have to run the batteries down anymore. Like, I'm running my batteries down to 10 volts constantly, which is terrible. You should never do that.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. I mean, it's what I do. I don't have much of a choice. Like right now, I've got one light on just over here. You can't see it, but it's over there. Anyway, I've got that one light on. It'll be fine for the next quite a while. But then when it comes to, I got to charge my phone in the middle of the night. I got to charge my computer or whatever. The Jackery 100 comes in clutch.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I got to fire up the generator and just forget about it. I'll fire it up in the morning when I go to make toast, though.
Yeah, kind of. I don't eat a lot of bread anymore, but I would say if there was one thing I missed when I first started this was the toaster.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of those essential things. Like Marcy had to have a coffee maker.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, good for you. That's your thing. Go for it. And she wanted to have a toaster. She wanted to have the air fryer, the slow cooker, all that stuff. It's great when you're plugged into shore power, but when you're not, you kill your battery fast.
Yeah, I have the AeroPress, which makes pretty good coffee. But then, as I've said to you before, if I'm on the road driving, there's a spot for me to stop and get coffee. I'm buying coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's, it's like if I replace anything that's in the van, it has to have a smaller footprint or dual purpose.
Well, at least dual purpose. Yeah. We're learning that here.
Yeah.
Toaster. I actually wrote to a company. It's an oven. It's yay big. It's a decent size.
Yeah.
It's a toaster oven. It's a regular oven. It's a any number of thing kind of oven.
We're supposed to be gone for 6 months.
Yeah, we're supposed to be gone for 6 months. Yes, at least 6 months is what we were supposed to be gone for. But yeah, the idea is if we have that big of an oven, then I could take out the convection oven that I have, and this thing will go in its place and it'll do everything I need it to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to bring everything, Marcy. Had to. No, did not have to. It's
Yeah.
great that she did, though. I'm not complaining. I love having all the crap that we have. Like it's a lot of fun. Like we even have little tables that we put up by the chairs and everything.
Oh, well, 6 years. I knew you were close to it, Lorraine. 6 years she's been doing van life full time.
There you go.
Yeah.
6th anniversary. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We'll have to work on something. Well, we can do a live on your channel, celebrating 6 years. Yeah. So apparently I can link other channels to this too. I just haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, that'd be kind of nice.
Right? So yeah. So then the lives would go on the 2 channels. Happy anniversary. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, I love her band. I just love the colors and the creativity she has in that band.
I'm afraid to let her get anywhere near Marcy because next thing you know, I'm going to have all these crazy colors, and it'll be fun for her. But I mean, I'm going to be stuck with all these crazy colors.
Yeah, I've got no room to put much in my van, so it keeps me.
I don't think she has much room either.
Yeah, my friend, the one in Lethbridge, she also does artwork.
Yeah,
she's a nurse too, but she does paintings and whatnot. And I said, why don't you just get in there? And I said, I'll take everything down. Just get in there and just splat it. Like, do something to take the weight away.
There you go. There's always options.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, and I change my mind so often. So, but right now, this build, this session of my build has stayed the longest because I changed it twice. Like this is the 3rd bed. So, and well advertised a few days prior. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that for sure. I just popped this up today to test out because I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm packed to go. Yeah. It's all about decorating. The hard part for me is I would see all these YouTube videos of people with their vans and whatnot. Now, minivans are bigger than my van, even though it's a little cargo van. Like Bridget's van is bigger in size than a couple feet. It makes a big difference. Plus, they're a bit wider.
Oh, it does make a difference, yeah.
So I would look at this, and they had this and this and this, and so then I would buy stuff, getting ready to do my build, and nothing fit. So, I would say, because one of the things I bought was a golf cart stand to put at the back of my van. I thought this is perfect. I'll attach it. Then I can put things like, the chair there, this stuff, like stuff at the back to get at. Nothing fit because my van is so small inside compared to the minivans, right? So you love my green colors. I've got that paint can for you too, Lorraine. It's already packed.
Yeah, Marcy asking. I think she's asking you if you're going away. And
yep, tomorrow.
I know you are.
Yep, tomorrow. Heading to BC tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to meet up with Lorraine in 2 days. So yeah.
See, we should do that.
And then where we go, well, we'll see where Big Blue takes us.
There you go, the BBV.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see where Big Blue takes us because he needs to take the road least traveled.
There you go.
Not so hard on him. But yeah. Well, I think I've been on here long enough for a live.
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half now, yeah.
Oh, wow, that is a long live for my first live.
That's not bad. Well, let me see. I think it says an hour 24. Let me check. Yep, hour 24. I've got old man eyes. I got to wear
North and
glasses
North.
now.
Yeah. For how long? I don't know. I can go for 5 weeks max. We'll see. Lorraine's coming back to see family too, so we'll see how that goes. Needs TLC over the mountains. Yeah. Yeah.
You should see this thing on the mountains. It is insane.
Oh, jumped up macaroni. Hello. Come on down to
There you go. You're getting
Washington
more
after
traction. I like
BC.
this.
Yeah. I would love to be down at that meetup. I really would. There's a one down in Washington. If you're going down that way, there's a meetup going on down there. Yeah. It does, Bruce, it does. I can't believe I've been retired now for 2 years. Just seems like yesterday that I retired. And I haven't stopped. My brother said to me, welcome to the busiest time of your life. And no word of a lie, I don't know where I had the time to do I don't know where I had the time to work, to be honest. You know.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
When I first got out of the military, I think I did more work in 6 months than I did in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say work and they work, but
Yeah.
I mean, I went out to my cabin and I just piddled around and I spent money like crazy and he's doing stupid nonsense. But
yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
Jack, are you going to the mainland or are you going to the island? Thank you, Marcy. I think when I kind of explained that when I was on Vancouver Island, I ended up going up to a couple of the other islands up north on Vancouver Island. Went into Alert Bay and Malcolm Island. Yeah. Now, if you want to see things expensive, go to Malcolm Island. Make sure you do your grocery run before you go there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
But it's like we were talking about this during the meetup that we had. I would love to take Marcy up to, there you go, Alaska. That's where I want to take her. I want to take her up to Alaska.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice trip. I love Alaska.
It's one of those things like going up to Whitehorse, going up to the Yukon, you can explore a couple of places and
yep.
Get up to Alaska. I mean, I think it'd just be a lot of fun for her to see stuff like that.
I still, it's not calling me, it's not a strong call, but there is the call to go to the Arctic. It's in the back of my mind. And I thought, well, I don't know if my vehicle going up to the Arctic, if that would be suitable. And I thought, well, shoot, I was all over Newfoundland and some of the places were pretty remote, but up in Labrador and it's, remote. And
yeah, Labrador by definition is remote. Well, Newfoundland is remote.
Yeah.
Just about everywhere you go. See, it's one of those things where, van stock, I love it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like if I go, I want to make sure there's at least one or two other people going with me.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be nice to have. So if you do break down or whatnot, then
exactly
you got that support there and you're not alone, right?
Exactly. I'm completely paranoid when it comes to stuff like that because if I break down and it's by myself, what do I care? I'm good. Yeah. Somebody will eventually come get me. I'm okay. But when I have Marcy there, it's like now I worry. And I want to make sure that she's comfortable and that she's okay.
Near Palmer, where is that?
That is a good question. Let's look that up.
So how far into Alaska are you going?
I have no idea. Van Stock, Alaska. This is interesting.
Yeah. Because
July 18th to 21st.
Some places you got to take a ferry, don't you not?
Well, yes. The short answer is yes.
Yeah. But like even going up into Dawson and all that stuff, Van Stock has caravan group. Oh, okay. There you go.
There you go.
That thing you're talking about.
That's interesting. Marcy's going to shoot me later, but I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
There you go. Caravan group to Anchorage. I'd happily jump on that. What do you think,
I
Marcy?
only took the cruise ship to Anchorage.
Yeah, super expensive
Oh,
ferry. Yes.
super expensive ferry. Yeah. Yeah. The I would say my favorite cruise into Alaska was it was actually the last, because I said to my husband, if you could do, like, talk about wording things, and this was before he had his cancer. I said, if you could do one more trip, where do you want to go? And he wanted to go to Alaska. And so we booked the 2-week cruise. It wasn't the one it was through Holland America. It left out of Seattle. It was very port intensive. We hit the standard 3: Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway. We hit Icy Strait Point, Kodiak, Anchorage. There's another island up by there that do the crab fishing. There was about 10 spots, plus the 2 glaciers. So Hubbard Glacier and Glacier Bay. And it was just, we had, I think, maybe 1 day of rain. It was just beautiful weather. But the swing of in Anchorage, the swing of the tide that came in, like, first when you get off, it's like you're kind of almost like level walking off to the dock. You come back and you're like this going up to the ship, right? So yeah, super expensive ferry. Yeah, I bet. There's the ferry that takes, oh, what's her name was on it? It's like a 16-hour ferry ride. And if you got
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you have pets, that would be hard. So, did you see a lot of animals? Oh, yeah. Yeah. A lot of whales. Yeah, a lot of seals, different birds, dolphins. On one cruise, I was coming back in from the inside of Vancouver Island, and there was kayakers out there, and the orcas were swimming around the kayakers. We could see that from the ship.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, we had some really great. No, did we see some bears? I think the odd bear, like from a distance. But the glaciers were just phenomenal. The calving that was going on was just.
See, that I'd want to see.
Yeah. Yeah. And my last one that I went on, it was the first week. I left on September 30th for a week. Again, it was one of those, Black Friday sales that, it was a good deal because I had to pay for 2, right? But no calving happened at all. It was too cold, I think. But, oh well, I got away. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It's one of those, if I could ever get Marcy nailed down to actually answering my question about going up there, it's one of those things, like, I would happily do this in June and July. Yeah. I think she's back in June. I think she's she's going down to Wisconsin. I think it's Wisconsin, so help me, I probably got that wrong. But she's going to see her daughter for a couple of weeks and then coming back. And I was thinking when she comes back, going up to Alaska would be great. And then go to the East Coast after that. Because the East Coast, the weather's going to be okay into October. Not great, but it'll be okay into October. So when we're making our way back, like, we can take 3 months. Who cares? So like August, September, October, big deal.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you got a house with a steering wheel. It's okay. Go for as long as you'd like.
Yeah. Yeah. And you would probably, or dove mosquito birds. Yeah. Yeah. Completely ruin any fun. Yeah. Or the black flies. That's the other thing, right? You go up to the Arctic, the black flies as well. Northern Ontario, the black flies, you breathe them in. That's how bad they are.
Oh, I remember. I grew up in Northern Ontario, actually.
Yeah.
The black flies will pick your bones clean.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's funny how we get used to them, right? But I wouldn't be so used to them. When I was in 2019, when I did that bike tour across PEI, the ladies kind of convinced me to pedal our arses across PEI. And you were fine because we were following the old Confederation train tracks, right? and you were fine as long as you're moving. The moment you stopped, the mosquitoes just like boom. So you had to quickly take your water and get going again, like because you were just in
Oh, yeah.
all the trees, and it was like, oh my God, I forgot how bad they were. Because we don't get that many mosquitoes here in Alberta.
No, we really, really don't. Which is nice.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Marcy's back at the end of May. It'll take her a minute to catch up, but I'd love to have a meetup going just for the sake of going up there in a caravan.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, you have to check it out now, what Jack was telling you about that van
Oh,
group.
actually, I just opened up the web page and like all this. That's what's really nice about using the computer, because I can look stuff up.
Wow. Okay, well, I think it's time to shut her down because I have to go to bed so I can get up early in the morning and get on the road.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, Lorene, we're going to see you in a couple days. Or I'm going to see you in a couple days.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see each other in a couple days.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'd like to meet you too, because I got to meet the BBV.
Yeah.
Just one of those
We'll
things.
keep you posted when we're out and about if maybe she can go to that van group meetup in August.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jack. Okay, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
All right. You take care, Donna.
Will do. End stream. There we go.